What's going on, friends and family? This is Terrence Manning. This is My Thoughts Uncut. We're going to cover No Kings Protest. Yes, No Kings Protest Part 2. The last one was in June. This one is going to be on Saturday, October 17th, 18th, one of those days. I can't remember. But we're going to look at CNN, we're going to look at NBC and see what they have to say about it. Let's check it out.
It is being dubbed No Kings 2. Millions of people expected to join hundreds of nationwide rallies on Saturday in opposition to President Trump. More than 60 events are planned across the Bay Area, and the one outside San Francisco City Hall is expected to be the largest. NBC Bears Christy Smith spoke with organizers about and the SFPD about the preparation. She joins us now, and they are hoping that these are peaceful, Christy.
On Saturday, thousands of people are expected to gather for a march down Market Street and a rally at Civic Center. Organizers say their goal is a peaceful day of action, pushing back on the Trump administration's policies, and they hope their message is clear. Expect big crowds as demonstrators gather for what they're calling a second No Kings rally this Saturday in San Francisco.
No Kings is a peaceful national day of action and mass mobilization in response to the increasing authority.
Why they always got the sassy man leading the charge with these protests? Like what don't they got anything better to do? Decorate a house, go have some cocktail. Like what are you doing? So it is Saturday, October 18th. What did they do?
Carrying excesses and corruption of the Trump administration, which they've doubled down on since our first No Kings rally back in June.
In total, the Bay Area is expecting more than...
What the hell did he even say? That he's using big words we don't even know. I have to Google that. I don't know what he's saying.
60 similar protests stretching from Napa to Santa Cruz. Adam Sheehan is an event producer with Indivisible San Francisco, one of the groups helping to organize the city rally.
Overall, President Trump has openly said he wants a third term and has already acted like a monarch, seizing control of D.C., threatening other cities, and using federal forces against our own people. But the American people, we don't bow to kings.
See, the thing is what he did in D.C. was phenomenal. D.C. is safe now. I know people in D.C., have friends in D.C., family in D.C. It's safe now. The people in D.C. are loving it. Black people are loving it in DC. It's predominantly black, and they loving it right now. So all this protest is just nonsense. This is stupid.
Organizers stress they will be mobilizing peacefully, and it comes amid growing calls by President Trump to send more federal agents, even National Guard troops, into the city.
We are standing strong using our First Amendment rights and will march this Saturday to remind the administration this country belongs to us, the people.
Similar rallies are planned in cities nationwide. Republicans have blasted the demonstrations, describing them as hate rallies fueled by Democrats. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson had this to say about the No Kings rallies.
I bet you see the Marxists in full display, the people who don't want to stand and defend the foundational truths of this republic. And we do. And that's what we're here doing every single day.
Back in the city, traffic delays are expected, especially around Market Street. And people are advised to take public transit. And police say while they don't anticipate issues, they will be fully staffed and out in force for the weekend's rallies.
We'll have a full complement of officers, both on foot and in vehicles, to address any issues that might arise from that. We are very accustomed to dealing with First Amendment activities and facilitating that.
In San Francisco,
look, you're allowed to protest. That's fine. But guys, they protested already in June. That was 4 months ago. Like, how many times you're going to protest? After, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Like, you're going to keep protest. It's not going to mean anything. You keep doing the same protest over and over again. And then they're wasting law enforcement resources. These cops can be out actually enforcing the law, preventing crimes, preventing criminals from doing anything, because they're just out and present. Now they have to be at this protest all around the goddamn nation. Let's look at the next video. This is pissing me off.
Movement is holding a second day of rallies nationwide to protest President Trump and the administration's policies. The No Kings Coalition says there are 2,600 events scheduled. Millions are expected to participate. This week, Republicans looking to get ahead of the events with their own messaging about Saturday.
We call it the Hate America rally because you'll see the hate for
It
America
is.
all over
They hate
this thing when
America.
they show up.
It's all the pro-Hamas wing and the Antifa people. They're all coming out.
There's considerable.
What happened? What happened to the celebration of the ceasefire and the peace treaty that should be coming up with Hamas and Israel? I don't see all the protesters cheering and posting on social media about all this. I don't see that at all. All of a sudden, they just stopped. Sounds like they were paid.
Evidence that George Soros and his network is behind funding these rallies.
Who's running the show in the Senate? Chuck Schumer's not running the show. The No
It's
Kings
AOC.
protesters or organizers are running the show.
The farthest left, the hardest core, the most unhinged in the Democratic Party, which is, a big title. And, no kings equal no paychecks.
In response to those comments, one of the organizers of the No Kings event had this to say.
Oh, boy.
The question is there any truth to their claims about this? Obviously, these are peaceful protests at enormous historic scales. The question is, why now? Why are they coming at us now? And it's because they are worried that they are losing their grip on power. They are worried that other people in blue states, red states, and purple states, in rural communities, in Trump country, are going to see the public doesn't support this, and that makes them scared.
No, people don't want to be in traffic. They want to enjoy their weekend and go somewhere and be with their families. They don't want to have to see people marching every single 4 months. Like, it's annoying. Jeez.
Rob, is this about fear?
I do think that we're in a different moment than we were during the first No Kings protest. I mean, we've had the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We saw a peaceful response. A lot of people returning to church for the first time or going for the first time.
There was no violence.
A largely peaceful response in response to what was a horrific moment. Now, I think you also have a situation with No Kings happening at the same time where there is a crackdown in many of these major cities, which has animated the left in this country. And I would just point out that despite all of the criticism they have for President Trump, they are allowed to organize and demonstrate their freedoms.
Exactly.
A king would not allow a No Kings protest. Let's face it.
Exactly. Why would he allow it if he was a king? He's allowing them to express their freedom of speech. He's also allowing them to march every single time as long as it's peaceful. The other thing is, in June, this actually caused some damage. They had in Las Vegas, they arrested like 100 people. I remember someone got ran over. That person got arrested. He or she ran him over because they wouldn't let him through. Now, look, you can't be running people over. But this is the issues and the problems that these protests cause when you're blocking vehicles on the freeway. You can't do that. It's inexcusable.
We should also point out these were all largely peaceful as well in June when they happened.
No.
All these events in terms of looking at how it went the first time. What's your response to what we've been seeing?
Well, John Lewis would call this good trouble, unnecessary trouble. The late, great Byron Rustin would say we need angelic troublemakers, good troublemakers in every community. This patriotic act is very consistent with the First Amendment right to express yourself and also to petition your government for change. We've seen this before. I'm a 40-year-old black man, proud son of the South. Peaceful, nonviolent protesting is in my DNA. That's how we've always advocated and pushed for change.
Really? Someone please ask this black man here, what about the Black Lives Matter protests? It costs between $1 and $2 billion of damage. There were people who were vandalizing, arson, looting, and basically destroying any and everything in their path. It was like a video game. So someone please ask this man, when was it peaceful during that time?
So this conversation is not new to some of us. The difference is the right, the extreme right, in many cases are trying to act as if it's something is not. We've seen them protest, and that's okay. And so in this case, it should be okay for us to peacefully protest. Unlike January 6th, We had people storming the Capitol saying, hang the vice president, putting nooses up in places and spaces and so forth. Totally different.
And we all know that
What
was
has changed,
staged.
though, since June, given what we are seeing in a lot of major cities? And what could that mean?
I was there in June. I covered the president's birthday military parade, and there were no King's protests kind of happening outside adjacent. And one thing that really surprised me, because I covered the summer of 2020, I said to myself, okay, this is going to get out of control. And then it didn't. It was like nobody there wanted to be out of control. Everyone I interviewed was like, let's keep it peaceful. Let's keep it fun. We're just here to like express our, joy at the president's birthday and the military, or our dismay at the president. Great, great, great.
And that's how it is. It's always like that when it comes to the right. Conservatives, we ain't trying to cause no problems. We speak our mind, and that's pretty much it. We don't want violence. Now, I'm going to show you another post that was from last protest in June, where this woman is talking about all the dangers that happened.
If you are thinking about attending one of these protests on Saturday, please do me a favor and watch this video all the way through. I promise it won't be long before you make up your mind. And please share this to anyone that you think might be planning on attending, because what I'm about to say is very important. I might have voted for Trump in this last election, but I am a lifelong Democrat. And I have stood exactly where you are standing right now. I used to believe in the cause. I used to have the passion. I know what it feels like to want to do something in the face of injustice. But I am asking you, matter of fact, I am pleading with you, sit this one out. What's happening on Saturday might look like another protest, but behind the scenes, there are some serious shadows at play. There are people funding this movement that do not care about justice. They are not looking for peaceful reform. They are looking for chaos. They are literally playing a game with lives, and they are willing to sacrifice yours to win. This is not about the issue anymore. This is about power. And I took these screenshots from my iPad, so forgive me if they're a little wonky, but this is a website called datarepublican.com. It literally is tracking all of the nonprofits, all of the government organizations, all of the NGOs, all of the big organizations that are funneling money into these protests. There are entire flow charts for each organization that shows how the money flows from the top and gets funneled down into these organizations. This website will literally show you and break down how they are taking money from the top that has been donated by taxpayers, and they're funneling it down through trusts into random nonprofits from different states so that you cannot track the money back to where it came from. The thing that you have to understand in this moment is that the people that are funding this and the people that are pushing this movement forward are not activists. They are strategists, they are billionaires, they are CEOs, and they are probably government officials. And their goal isn't equality. It's instability. They want headlines. They want chaos. They want outrage. They want division. They want frustration. And they know that if enough well-meaning people get hurt or worse, the media is going to spin it in their favor, and the nation is going to fracture even further. That is exactly what they want. I need you to know that in this moment.
And this is what I've noticed, and liberals, Democrats, they play right into their hands. These people are just using them, dangling them along, letting them do what they want to do to push their narrative, to push their agenda. And when these people are out there and they get arrested, they're not bailing them out. They serve their purpose. That's it. So let me know what you guys think about all three videos. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. And also, please hit that like button. Subscribe for that YouTube algorithm. Thank you. And good night.